Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So on the day-to-day basis when you are testing the application, so what happens is that sometimes your backend APIs are not ready. Sometimes they are broken, but your deadline is really near. So you need to meet the deadlines as well. So in scenario, what you can do, you can simply mock the response and you can test your APIs. So this is exactly what I will show you, how you can mock the APIs using the Playwright step by step. So let's begin. Now assume that you are working on this post call. So assume that it's broken or it's not working properly. Right now, obviously it's working. So if I send a request here, basically, you will see a response over here, right? Now we are getting this kind of a JSON response where we have a ID, name, email, gender, and status. Now what I need to do is that assume that it's not ready. So in order to test this API, I will mock the response. So in the response, I will be mocking the ID, name, email, gender, and status. Now let's go to the PyCharm over here and let's create a new Python file, test underscore mock API, and let me copy the code from the previous sessions and paste it over here. And what I need to do is that just remove all these lines of code from here. And because we were creating our own mock data and this is a JSON, so we need to use or we need to import the JSON. So let's import JSON, and here let's change the name test underscore mock underscore user, and instead of this Playwright, just use the page object, page, and again page over here. Now first what we'll do is that we will create a fake or the response data. So I will say mock underscore data, and this should be the JSON format, right? So what I need is that I need ID, and let's assume that ID is this. Now I can mock the name, and let's suppose the name is testing funder, and besides that we have email and gender. Email, so testing at the rate of example.com. Again, this is the mock email. Then we need to mock the gender, and let's suppose it's male, and then finally we need a status, and status is basically an active. So I just basically created a mock data in order to test this post call, and now what I need to do is that I need to intercept the API call and return our fake data. So usually if you're using the UI, you can also do the same approach. Assume that you don't have the UI as well. So we can also directly simply intercept and mock the data. So for that, what we need to do is that we need, first we need to import the page because unresolved. So from Playwright Sync API, we need to import the page. Now, once we have this mock data, let's intercept the API call and return our fake data or the mock data instead. So using page dot, you can see that we have a route, and now inside this basically we need to provide the endpoint. Then we use the lambda route, and we will ask to route or fulfill with the status 201 content type and the mock data. Because the reason here is that if I go back here, so we have a status code 201 and JSON response, and this is basically application slash JSON if we talk about the header, right? So go back, and inside this, the first thing is that, let me write here, and need this one. So with double static slash, because again we are mocking, right? So that's why I'm not giving the full endpoint with the base URL. Public slash v2 slash users, and let me confirm this. So public slash v2 slash users, that's correct. Now lambda and route on route dot fulfill, lambda route colon dot fulfill, and what we need to fulfill, basically we need a status 201. This is what we are expecting once the API will be created. So we are right now just mocking. Okay, so we are expecting this thing on the base of the requirement. We are mocking the things. Okay, so here we need to mock the status equals to 201 and content type. So content underscore type is basically application slash JSON. And now we need to, because this is a post call, so we need to set a body. So I will be sending this mock body, and so that we can have a mock data in the response. Okay, so body is equals to, now here we need to use a JSON dot terms and mock underscore data. Now we have mock basically we just intercepted this API call. Assume that we are intercepting this call and we are returning our fake data instead of the actual API. Okay, now once we do this, basically what we need to do, we need to wait and listen for the API response. So how we can do this? Basically with page dot expect underscore response, and here again with double static, and with double static slash public. So let me copy this from here and paste it over here. So public slash v2 slash users as response underscore info. And now what, because we don't have an actual page, so I will trigger the API call using the JavaScript fetch. So page dot evaluate, and here we have, so inside this what we need to do is that basically we need to trigger the API call using the JavaScript. So how we can do this? So basically using the fetch, and here what I need to do is that I need to provide the complete API URL. So this is the one. So copy this one from here, and this provide this complete one here, and then we need to tell the method. So method colon is basically post and curly braces, and here we need to close this. Now, once we have done this, now we need to convert the response into a Python dictionary. So, how we can do? Simply, we say body equals to response underscore info, and from that we need a value dot JSON. Now we have mocked our request. So what we need to do is that we need to check the status value, and we can also check each field matches our mock data, just to make you show that we have mocked the data, right? So assert response underscore info dot value dot status is equals to 201, and let me show you assert body, and here let's assert the ID, and ID should be equals to what we have provided here, right? So go here and paste it over here, and that's it. That's how you can basically mock the API response. Now let's run this one. So basically it's test underscore mock underscore user, and let's run this one and see what happens over here. And you see that one test and one is passed. Now let me change this to something else and see what happens over here. So you can see that our assertion got failed, and it actually confirmed that our data got mocked, and we are verifying that our ID should be equals to this, but actually we mocked the ID. So the ID is this one, and you can see this data, and here you can see that assert this one, because this body ID actually gives me this ID, right? This is coming from the mock data. If you're still unsure, what I'll do is that simply go here and print body, which we are getting in the response. And if I run this one here, so it will got failed, but what I need to show you is that the response. So let me change this one and run this one again. And this time you see that our test got passed. Here I just mocked the response, and whatever I mocked, we are getting that in the response of the API. We are not getting the actual response of the API, right? We just mock the request, we just mock the data, and based on our mocking, we got our results. So in this way, basically, you can test the APIs which are underdeveloped, which are broken, but still you need to test, so you can do the mock testing and verify as per the requirement. But obviously, once the actual API is there, you also need to test that. But before that, you will mock and see, and if there are any bugs, you can report the bugs, so it will pace up your testing activity.